I have total of 5.5 years of experience, all in software development, and I'm currently working with Amdocs. And
Mm-hmm.
the project I'm working upon is digital experience, case and care.
Mm-hmm.
It's a CRM-based application. So the messages which we work upon in this project are around the customer domain only.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a financial account, billing account, individual organization, payment method, geographic address, likewise.
Mm-hmm.
So the tech stack involved in this project is the Java, Spring Boot, microservices. We have both kind of communication within the services. First, for synchronous, we have REST APIs. For asynchronous, we have Kafka in place, and we are using Connector as a Kafka tool here.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to the database, we are not operating any RDBMS as of now. We are only on the NoSQL databases, and we work upon Couchbase and Elasticsearch as of now. Other than that, for deployment and everything, we use OCP, we use Jenkins, we use Nexus, Bitbucket, likewise. So my roles and responsibility here, I work in R&D team, and time to time we have to do some POCs. We have to design some solution based on the business problems. We have to involve the stakeholders, maybe the architect, expert, PDO, PDMs, entire team, TL specialists, likewise, and design a optimal solution and test it, sub integrated, and with the team you have to implement the sub solutions, then test it, the sub solutions, integrate in a single solution, and transfer to the pipeline team. So this is the one which I am working upon,
Okay.
the Amdocs part. Before that, I was working with Infosys. I joined Infosys as a fresher, and my client which I was working for was Boeing. So Boeing wants us to develop a search application. So the motive of that application was to hand over to their customer instead of handing over a bunch of textual user manuals, of
Mm-hmm.
list of textual user manuals. So they don't want to give those. They want to give the application so that maybe any of its customer, Vistara, Indigo, wants to have some information about anything. They don't need to turn the pages one by one. We just need to go to the application, type the relevant keyword, and all the relevant document specific to their aircraft pop up from the application. So this is just a gist about the project. The tech stack was pretty much same. We were using instead of Kafka, we were using RabbitMQ. We were using RDBMS back then, so we had Hibernate as our ORM tool implemented. Then for deployment and everything, we were using Azure DevOps tool. So in DevOps tool, we have everything integrated, Jenkins, like the pipelines and the repository and the deployment, everything is integrated. So there we were using that. Other than that, all the tech stack was similar. Then my roles and responsibility in that project was as a joined as a fresher. So like we need to gather the requirement from the on-site coordinator and develop the code and
Okay. Okay. Right. 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 So you are using microservices, right?
yes,
So you know about the design pattern.
yes.
So design pattern, what kind of design pattern you applied during the development of the microservices?
So we are using couple of design patterns and know about many of the design patterns in place. We are using decomposition by subdomain. We are using database per service. We are using API gateway. I know about circuit breaker. I know about Saga. I know about the others design patterns in the hierarchy. You can ask questions.
Okay. So in API gateway, okay. So in API gateway, you know how to manage. Suppose you have 1,000 APIs, right? Microservices. How to manage it through the gateway API, the all API. But 1,000 API means because of we have can be say as a 100 components. Okay, 100 components. So 100 components you have deployed in 100 servers. So have some different IP address and everything have. But you want to like that access the all API means microservices is nothing, just you write simple insert and something, and you just one API means one database, that it doesn't matter because of that APIs are need to be called one API to another API for validation process. For example, if you are going to payment um, payment modules. So inside the payment modules, so you without the customer validate data, you cannot proceed the payment process, right? So
That's
here
right.
another API, mean customer detail API, need to be called because of if that if have customer have already registered, so can fetch the data from the customer related DB and associated ID. So you can get the data and based on you go further go to the process of payment and payment once it's successfully. So customer can get some update information regarding the SMS and email, whatever the channels you have configured in the customer's related details in payment gateway API. So the thing is that means as it is the similar situation in other API means you have big project, so definitely the component of modularization of the one big application in so many components. So each and others component need to be call each and other APIs. So the thing is that if you have different server, you are using the AWS or something, so that environment definitely have some different kind of protocols, HTTP protocols. So what need to be do, you can call through the single endpoint and how to analyze which API is going to down, so we can independently can be work. And suppose if you have done changes, so what kind of technical issue you are facing for the as per customer is telling you because of that some kind of process is going to fail. So what the RCA is there, can you provide, so what way you go that? So just to go the one by one process.
Okay, so first of all, like the API gateway which we talk about is the one who all handles the available APIs in the project. So we have a common URI in API gateway in which you don't need to you don't need to care about the the MS name or anything. You just need to care about the endpoint. So an
Mm-hmm.
API gateway will register all the endpoints within themselves, and maybe
So
it all
where you register the all endpoint?
in the registry. The API gateway have a registry in which
So
it stores all
registry
the.
API gateway API have registry. Registry means you have any server or you in write the all APIs IP address and APIs in the same in some gateway API, or you need to make a common wildcard API. So here can you configure the all APIs? What process there is? That things I need to
So
ask.
so they have we call it service registry and we call it service discovery. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So once an MS is up and running, it need to, like, there are multiple mechanism for registry as well. We have multiple mechanism or discovery as well. So once MS is
Yeah, you mechanism, one mechanism you tell me. So what mechanism you follow?
so we can head client side or we can head server side registry. So once MS is up, it need to register themselves. API gateway is on the server side, and MS has to register themselves about the APIs and everything. Okay, I'm the MS, I'm up and working.
Mm-hmm.
So API gateway have all the information about that MS. If you're talking about the server side discovery and server side
Mm-hmm.
registry, okay. Then once an endpoint or API calls from the client side, it goes to the server to the API gateway. API gateway resolves that API from that registry on the server, which is we call service
So
discovery.
which one
Once
is registry server? Can you give the name of registry server? Have any idea? Yeah, you are going correct, but I am asking that point only. That's why I am holding you so many times.
I guess I'm not aware of because the Amdocs uses
You know
same
Eureka
API gateway.
server?
Pardon?
Eureka server.
Yeah, Eureka server. I know. We have.
So
Okay,
Eureka
this one
server,
you're asking
Eureka
about.
server can work as a discovery
Okay,
registry.
and Understood. So Eureka is also an example which Netflix provides Eureka. So it's a server which will help you register. You can have Eureka service all together in your
But
MS. So,
if suppose I will tell you one more thing. Suppose you not have a Eureka server. For example, you don't have Eureka server. Okay. So in that scenario, you can make it as a one DB process. You can register the all APIs in database. But this is not a perfect solution because of inside DB always need to be changed. If you have domain name, so that would be great because of that certificate and everything year wise it is like that fail because of some certificate is going to expire and something. So
correct.
how to deal it? So this is not a better solution. Here need to be dedicated resources every time. You check always. So if the company don't want to dedicate resources, they want to hand over to the devs. So devs want to all kind of operational activity manage. So that is the
Correct.
better solution of that Eureka server and other also have, but exactly the so most of company are using Eureka server as a discovery registry. If you have 100, 1000, 2000, whatever you API and component, you can just register in the Eureka server. So Eureka server will provide a single endpoint, right?
Correct. So
And
this is the
also you can
secondary.
manage as a circuit breaker concept. If you use to circuit breaker concept, suppose you can monitor through that APIs,
Correct.
which APIs
Which API is
you
down, which
always
API is up. Correct.
you apply the equator or something. So health of that APIs you can monitor it. But
Correct. Correct.
I want to ask one more question. How to deal, suppose this troubleshooting concept. Suppose you 1000 API, it is difficult task. How to handle, where is it stuck, why is it stuck, what case is it stuck, failing root cause.
So you are asking about the operations failing or the MS itself failed. See, because the one you just explained is the one which we are using here at Amdocs, and we are using the internal API gateways, and we have discovery and service registry, and we also have the dedicated
So
DevOps team to handle this operation,
yes,
and there is different part.
operation because of handling one API handling case, through the Eureka server, if any service is down, so definitely it will fail, right? So you
Correct.
get these all things. But how to find the logs? So we have lot of tools, Kubernetes and some other tool. Lot of tools are available in market. So you integrate that tools based on tool, you can find out the logs of the all microservices. You search, suppose a specific case you want to search, you can get the result. So that is, but this is the difficult task, disadvantage of the this microservices because of server cost is high and analytical cost is high. But you can reduce the resources, development resources can be reduced, number of employment strength you can reduce. That is the advantage, but disadvantage is that the cost of troubleshooting, cost of managing, this is the high comparison to the monolithic. So now I want to ask one more question related to just I come back to Java part because of inside the Java, for example, in Java 8.
Yes.
So in Java 8, what are features?
So Java is the like the one of the major release from Oracle recent times. We have Steam's APIs, we have Lambdas, we
Hmm.
have daytime APIs introduced in that.
So how it is work? Gateway API. Sorry, wrong question. How it is work? Lambda expression.
So there is a concept which we call it an inline statement. So whenever we use lambda, so we have to buy, like if I give an example, the stream dot filter if I am applying, and in that filter I write I lambda expression I dot equals something. for example.
Hmm.
So this statement which I write is mapped to a predefined functional interfaces which Java have introduced.
Hmm.
We can have predicate, we have consumer, we have supplier, we have functions,
Hmm.
and simultaneously we have by function, by predicate, by consumer, and likewise. So whenever I pass some value in that
Hmm.
filter method, it going to map the accept method of predicate functional interface.
Hmm.
So Java has introduced those functional interfaces to have this lambda functionality in place.
Hmm.
Similarly, if I apply a map function in which I pass some value and I call on map I plus I dot uppercase, for example, so I
Hmm.
am performing an operation on the each and every element present in that stream. But that operation, that
So
behavior which
you
is defined.
okay? Okay, sufficient. You know about uh, just 1 minute. You know about functional interface.
Yes.
What? How it is work?
So functional interface have only one method, which just like as I mentioned, predicate have accept, supplier has get likewise, and there is no limitation to have default methods in it.
Okay. I want to ask one question.
Are you writing
Uh,
anything because I cannot see in
no,
the
just you write to program of. I'm just pasting you.
Okay, okay.
So this is our program. How to write to program of comparator implementation in Java. Can you write? You take one class as a employee. You take two field, name and age.
Okay.
You write please. We have time because of we have extended so much time in microservices.
Just
You write complete this program. Accordingly, I will give your feedback.
okay, okay, okay. So what field you want? Name and
Name and age, just you take only. Name and age.
okay, okay, okay. Understood.
You can write simply as a employee E1, E2 in compare
Yes, yes,
method.
yes, yes. I can do. It's a basic like in general comparator have object.
Okay, okay, okay. No problem, no problem, no problem. But you have taken name as a string. So here apply you can greater than.
So you want to have like how what is the criteria for sorting? Uh,
You I think you have need to be right compared to. You know about the compare to. If you
I,
have any integer value or something, so that kind of things you can apply.
compare to is a method from comparable interface, and for that I have to have implement compare interface in
Yeah,
employee
do
class
that,
only.
do that. You because of no, 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 no. Here no need. Compare to can be applied inside the comparator method. Can be applied. But you write, not a problem. You write, right. Because of why I am telling, if you get the error, that's why I am telling you.
Okay. No, so my logic is if the name is same, then we will be comparing
No,
on
else
the
you can
okay.
return 0.
Okay, you don't want any criteria about the age?
No, only you take one field, not a problem. You take
Okay.
one field, not
Okay.
a problem, because of we need only the logic how to write it.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Hmm.
So this is the comparator. We can collections dot, like if you want to sort, we can sort on the basis of list comma comparator which we just defined. It will give me an error. I have to define the generics, and I have to define generics here. Then what I'll do,
Yeah, you put the value E1 and E2, you take it.
e yeah, so maybe I can quickly declare the constructor.
Yeah, please wait for few minutes. Okay.
Okay.
No, no, no. I am not telling you. Other candidate is have in line.
Okay. Okay.
So Divakar, you can just wait for 3 minutes. Okay. I think you are in mute. Divakar, hello. Are you in mute? So just to write iterate this list, and print out the value.
Okay. First, I need
Hello,
to.
am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes. I actually you are in mute. That's why I was not able to get your response. Just
Okay,
to
okay.
wait 2 minutes. Okay. Just to wait 2 minutes.
Fine.
So you want me to print the values,
Yeah, yeah.
Virendra?
Print.
Okay. Okay. I can simply pass the list.
No, but at least not give the result, because of this is the object. So you can implement two method. Implement string two. Then he will give the print. Otherwise, you can write the for loop. for each.
Oh,
Just you write the
okay.
for each.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood.
Yeah, here you print. Yeah, you can write in custom A and compile and execute will be enabled. Custom input, right side.
Yeah, okay.
Here you put ABC and then you click on the compile and execute.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood.
What error you got?
It says wrong.
Wrong because of list dot add. You have not created the object of list. No, that is okay. That is okay. You have not created line number 26.
Again, list of also works. Okay, I'll create new one. No issues.
Hmm. Yeah, please do a little bit fast. You add
Yes.
here, you apply the add E1, E2. You remove 29. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you run.
No, it still gives the same error. List of also works for the adding the employees. It's the same thing. I think this is the problem. I remove this. Yeah.
Here was needed, somehow, here was needed compared to. That's why I am telling you. Compared to E1 dot name, compared to E2 dot name is greater than 0. Then return 1 and less than 0 then return 1 e1 dot name dot compare to.
Yes, you're right. So it's a string comparison.
I was
String will
telling
automatically
I
take.
was telling uh, inside the beginning, but you will also get one more error after this also. Can you run? But here you greater than, you just write the greater than 0. Line number 15. Last you write greater than 0, then return 1. And here less than, you remove the one dot, e1 dot name. Yes. Now you compile.
Yes, yes, you're right.
But here is, you got the result.
It was executed. Result.
Result is okay. Result is okay. Because of I is before CS. So that is
Yeah.
correct. So this thing, but why is warning is giving? If you want to remove this warning, here you can write compare to employee 1, employee 2. And in constructor, you just casting do employee just take a object whatever you take, but it is not a mandatory. Okay, so
Okay.
so
Understood.
this way we result needed because of okay. So now we finish your interview. Okay, let's see. I give your feedback, but your communication and everything is okay. But you will just explore your more technical skill for the further round. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Upendra.
Thank you. Yes, yes, please.